reasons why you should transfer your plants from compost, soil, dirt, whatever you want to call it, into Leca clay balls. Now, number one is probably the reason how you came across Leca, how I came across Leca in the first place. And that is the beautiful fungus gnats. Bane of my life. So they come in your home, in other plants that you've bought, new plants, buzz around, land on your plants and contaminate them. Thank you very much. They're an absolute pain in the backside. They land in your cup of tea. They're horrid. So I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that my plants are all in Leca, because they're not. There's certain plants that I've got that I can't put in Leca, like this one, Doris the Dragon, little spider plant in there. Because that plant is on a slant, you couldn't really easily do that with Leca. You probably could if you're some sort of scientist and you know all the, I don't know, physics, chemistry, whatever it is. I don't know. But because water is water, you'll see how when you tip it on its side, it'll just tip and leak out, and it's not worth the hassle, to be honest. And I'm not that anal about it, so there are some of my plants that I will have to keep in compost because I have some lovely little planters and I want to use them, and I'm not too pig-headed to say, oh, my plants are in Leca, because they're not, and that's life, so I'm just going to have to be super careful with fungus gnats and make sure that no more contamination can occur with mine. That's point number one. Point number two, dirty fingernails. Oh, God, there's nothing worse. Going shopping, going to work, going out. You look down at your fingernails, you pay in a shop and muck up your nails. It's horrible, it's vile, it's embarrassing. You think you washed them, but there's always a bit gets up, you know. I even use gloves, gardening gloves, and I still get muck up my nails. It's a talent, honestly. Honestly, it's a talent. So there'd be none of that. However, when you first buy your first bag of Leca, you need to wash it. What I do, I've got a washing basket, which I still use for my clothes, because it's clean, but I'll pour the Leca clay balls into that, and I'll get the hose pipe and I'll just wash them, and it all runs through the holes and the clay balls don't. So it's like a sieve, it just rinses all the dust off the Leca. So it's ideal for that. And it was probably from either Lidl, Home Bargain or B&M, one of those cheap shops. No expense spared for me, my friends, as you will find out. Number three, peat-free compost. Now, because recently they have banned peat in the UK to the little men like me and you. However, the big nurseries are still allowed to use it, which is a bit strange, because when they've sold their plants to us and we come to repot them, we can't use peat, so that plant will be suffering then, because it's been used to peat all its life, and then it comes here and we're starving it. So to me, Leca seems a sensible solution, because your plant is being fed all the time with your nutrient solution. Sorry, I don't like using big words like that. It pains me to do that. But peat-free watering is a problem. I've bought about 5 of these. Now I'm not joking, I still can't find the bloody things. Moisture meter. This is my Venus fly trap. It has green fly currently, but as soon as the traps appear, they won't be there anymore. So you just put it in the soil and it'll just tell you whether it needs to be watered or not, which is a necessity when you've got this peat-free tripe, because it's awful. On the top it looks dry, it looks like you haven't watered it for 6 weeks, and down at the bottom it'll be saturated. So it's just horrible. We've been totally shortchanged with this peat-free thing with houseplants, because they've got a void of peat in this mix that they're selling, but it's like it hasn't been rotted down enough, and they've put like stones, glass, even bits of plastics in it, and you have to sieve it before you can use it because it's all clumped together. It's horrible. You just feel really shortchanged when you buy it. I've even sent complaints into Lidl. To be fair, they give me the money back. In all fairness, they always send me a voucher. Do it on Twitter, guys. Oh, sorry, do it on X, because they're really responsive on there. So that's a tip from me, my friends. Another one. Full of them I am. Keep watching, keep watching. Yeah, so there's the problems with the peat-free compost. Number 4, Leca is reusable. So if you have a problem with root rot, you've had a plant die, you've lost a plant, or you've got some Leca that if it was soil you wouldn't be able to use it again, you'd have to throw it away. But Leca, you can boil it up on your stove. Just don't eat it for your tea, guys. Boil it up, store it, have it for next time when you get another plant. So yeah, it's as easy as that. It's just no brainer, really, isn't it? If you could reuse compost, we'd all be laughing. We wouldn't even be here now, would we? This video wouldn't be needed. Anyhow, number 5, there's no guesswork with feeding with Leca, because you feed all the time. This is what I use. There will be a link in the description. This is Amazon. Most of the things that I buy are from Amazon, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's 10 ml per 1 litre. I keep a watering can. Here's one I filled earlier. I keep this one just for my Leca plants. I always have 3 litres in that, 3 litres of water and 30 ml of nutrient solution, and it's always there. I've not noticed a problem with algae building up in there. I think it's because it's a dark colour, so it doesn't penetrate through like it would do if it was a clear plastic. So yeah, that works for me. So it takes all the guesswork out of knowing when your plant's hungry, knowing when your plant needs to be fed. Because the Leca isn't, it's just clay. It's got no nutritional value to the plants whatsoever. It's just like a stone. So all it's for really is to anchor the roots in, and then the water that's underneath will wick up through the Leca. So it's just, what is it? Capillary action. Oh my god, I'm using big words again. I don't like using big words. It makes me sound important, and I'm really not.